Hello guys, my name is Om and here I will walk you through a Python package that is called omshakya. It provides three of the utilities related to SQL, MongoDB and JSON. So those utilities are named as SQL utility, Mongo utility and JSON utility. So this is the package name. You can install it and import it. So let's look into the code. So let's first install this package. Pip install omshakya. So this package is already installed on my machine and the package version is 0.1.7. So here we are importing this package and let's see what is inside this package. Om Shakya dot, and there are two or couple of properties and methods here. First is evaluate package requirements, another is version v, and another is like the default one underscore underscore version. So let's check the version first. Okay, so we are printing the version here. Let's execute this code. So this is version 0.1.7. Now let's see another function here dot evaluate. Okay, so what it is evaluate package requirements. It evaluates few of the packages to be installed on the machine to work with this package, and those are called as dependencies. So I have not hard coded those dependencies in the package installation itself. Rather, I am checking it so that I can give the status to you whether these packages are installed or not. Because if I provide the hard code dependencies, then your current project setup environment may be disturbed or messed up. So this is at your own risk whether what kind of version of these pandas, SQL Alchemy and PyMongo you are going to use, and this package is supposed to work with any version of these with Python 3.7 plus. So let's check this function here. So as you can see that all these three dependencies are listed here. If any of these is not installed, then it will show the message. So let's try to uninstall PyMongo and check how this function works here. So this is being successfully uninstalled, and here we can check the list of pip. So you can see that now the PyMongo is not there. So let's execute this function again, and it says that this package depends on these packages. PyMongo is not installed and please install it. So we can install it. Pip install PyMongo. Yeah. This is installing this package and package has been installed. Let's take a look at on this list. Here you can see that this is the PyMongo installed. Again check this function by running this code and all the dependencies are installed. Okay, so now let's check what else we can import from this package. omshakya dot. So here is JSON utility, Mongo utility and SQL utility. Let's import this SQL utility, and from omshakya dot Mongo let's import what is there. Mongo utility. From omshakya dot JSON import JSON utility. And here once again we can check the version. Here version, so let's print this, print mongo utility dot version and print json utility dot version. So let's check it by running this code. So all these three are 0.1.7. Now let's take a look on what functions are available here. So SQL utility dot, and here you can see that these are 6 functions available. So one is check connection, drop table, execute script, execute update SQL script, load data frame into table, select from SQL. So we can check the prototype of this function. Like if want to select some data from the SQL, then we have to call this function and it will provide few details. Like it is asking for CS ODBC URL and the script and the tracing bool equal to false. So we can provide true or false here. And what is this CS ODBC URL and script? So this CS ODBC URL, this is the Microsoft SQL Server ODBC connection string. Sometimes it is also called the ODBC URL, but stick to this SQL Server ODBC connection string. And script, it is a string type. The Microsoft SQL Server select statement, and it can be any kind of select statement, maybe with the common table expressions or the select with the subqueries, or we can select the data from views or the function, whatever is the query, it should perform the select operation ultimately. So we can pass this. And tracing, true or false. So this is whether to print the progress of the function code execution or not, and it returns the status of the connection. Okay, so there is some issue on this return type. Huh? So this is basically from this check connection, so I had copied and pasted, so that was the mistake, pardon me for that. I will correct it and upload the version again. And so here what else, I mean, here we can drop a table, and here you can see that it is again asking for this CSODBC URL, schema name and the table name, and again this is the common and default argument here. So we can pass the schema name like DBO or the customer or the HR, whatever is the schema of the table, and this is the table name. So let's say in SQL there is a table with DBO dot employee data. So DBO is the schema name there, and the table name is the employee data. And there is another function, execute script or execute SQL script. So again it is asking for this URL, ODBC connection string and the script. So execute the Microsoft T-SQL and can execute any kind of these um, T-SQL scripts, update, delete, truncate, DDL, DCL, stored procedure without parameters are supported as of now, and the any other SQL queries or command except the select and delete, because for these two methods the code execution is like different parameters are called internally, so that is different. Again, this is the ODBC URL and the script that we want to execute. And another function, this is execute the update SQL script. So it executes the update SQL script there. Same. And one more interesting function is load data frame into table. So let's say we have prepared a pandas data frame and we want to load that data into the Microsoft SQL Server database table. So here we can pass the ODBC URL and the data frame that has to be written into the database table, the schema name, the table name, and whether to replace or append. It is like just pandas dot to SQL function. So there is already an argument. So we are just propagating this here, and this is the default one. So this is all about the functions of this SQL utility. As of now, they are these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 usable functions, and then this check connection is just to check, make sure the ODBC connection URL provided is working fine or not. So we can check it here. And if we talk about the Mongo utility, so here are again 5 6 functions. This is the check connection and generate some sample data, insert data frame into the collection. So we have the pandas data frame and we want to insert into the MongoDB database collection. We can insert it by providing only few arguments there. So here the MongoDB URL or the MongoDB string, connection string is required, and the data frame, database name, the collection name, and this is default for tracing. So the CS MongoDB URL, this is the MongoDB URL to connect with, and this is the syntax, and there are few more. I mean, they are kind of MongoDBs like on premises, maybe enterprise or the community, or on the cloud, the at plus MongoDB. So by going through this, following this link on the page, there is documentation available. You can check it, and you can prepare this MongoDB URL and provide as this parameter. And data frame, this is simply the pandas data frame, and DB is the name of the data frame database, and the collection is the name of the collection. And this is generate sample data, so it may be taking only few mandatory things like the MongoDB URL and in which data you want, database you want to generate some sample data. That's it. And here you can query the collection, and this takes like MongoDB connection URL, the database name, the collection name, and the query and the projection, what columns or what fields you want to project on, and in the query whether you are going to apply some to write some MongoDB query here, and filtering the data like so. It will return the cursor output, you can check it, and this query collection data collection into data frame. So it will query the collection and provide the data frame as a output. It returns the data frame as the output. So again it is taking the same parameters like DB, collection, database name, collection name, query, projection, right? And one more interesting function is there like joining the collections into the data frame. So it joins two or more MongoDB collections like the SQL join. So we can apply the left join, right join, or the inner join, whatever there is a need to join multiple data frames here. And we have to provide some arguments here. Like you can see that this MongoDB URL is the connection string, and this is the list of collection details, and this is the list of how to connect that list of string basically. And this list of collection details is list of dictionary actually. And on, so this is the common column we have to provide into a list. So the documentation is available on this link, you can go through. This is really simple. And in another library utility, there are only two functions as of now. So either we have to read a JSON file or write the data frame to a JSON file. So to write the data frame, sometimes we experiences couple of challenges, and by using this function, those challenges are uh, revoked. So you can simply just pass the data frame and the JSON file name. That's it. It will write the data frame into the JSON file. And for reading, you can just pass the JSON file name here, and it will read the data from this file and return the JSON data. So these are the functions and utilities of this package. Hope you will enjoy this. Please try to install this package and use this package, and let us know whether it solved your issues, like the difficulties and some challenges that you were facing. So whether these utilities resolve those kind of challenges or not, so then we can improve the package more. So, okay, bye. We will meet in another video.